You locked in with the hood edition, straight from the trenches of Chiraq. Real talk only. Let's get it. Look, in Chicago, there's one word that carries more weight than the gunshot: the back door. It don't always mean that I pulled that trigger. It means the danger was already on the inside. Someone you broke bread with. Someone who knew exactly where you'd be posted. They made sure you felt safe right before everything went dark. Tonight ain't about beefs you saw coming. This is about moments that felt normal until they weren't. Different names, different hoods, same damn endings. Lil Dave was 16 years old on an electric scooter. Broad daylight, 5 gunmen, an ambush. Folks couldn't wrap their heads around it. Not the violence, but the precision. This wasn't random. This wasn't reckless. Somebody knew exactly when he'd be there and exactly how vulnerable he'd be. That's when that word started spreading again. Backdoor. And knew this morning, a 86-year-old woman shot while tending the grass in West Garfield Park. 12 say someone in a dark Charger fired shots in this area. She wasn't even the target. Then, over on Washington and Pulaski, one woman killed, 4 others hurt. The street, it don't stop. Check it. A rideshare passenger shot at from another car.
A 23-year-old man who was riding in the backseat of a rideshare last night when someone pulled up and started shooting into that car. The victim.
Shorty was 23, just sitting in the back seat when someone pulled up and started cooking that whip. Bullet holes all through the glass. No one in custody. Just another night in the city. In Chicago, violence often comes without no warning. It don't wait for the night. It don't whisper. David Mason Jr., Lil Dave, never made it home that day. Shot right off that same scooter from his picture. By the time the blue lights blurred against the street signs, the city had lost another soul. But this one felt targeted, calculated, and chillingly fast.
It happened this afternoon in the 4100 block of West End. Police say the teenager was near the sidewalk when he was shot multiple times. He took himself to the hospital but did not survive.
A 16-year-old shorty gone, just like that on the west side. It happened this afternoon, 4100 block of West End. 12 said a teenager was right by the sidewalk when they caught him with multiple rounds. He got himself to the spot, but he didn't make it. When the rollers got to the scene, David was nowhere to be found. No body, no shooter, just whispers. Folks say a whip peeled off seconds before the law showed up. Someone had scooped him, racing toward Mount Sinai, a drop-off gunshot victim. Wounds to the head, the chest, the arms. The doctors tried, but it wasn't nothing left to say. David Mason Jr. pronounced dead, just 16. The rain was washing the street, pooling where the blood once spilled. No shells, no names, just one question ringing through West Garfield. Why him? That video spread fast. A quiet block, a parked whip, 5 men waiting inside. No movement, no music, no noise. Then Lil Dave enters the frame on that electric scooter, gliding slow down the street. He wasn't running, he wasn't packed, just coasting, completely unaware. He was seconds away from his final moment. 17-second mark, the silence explodes. All 4 doors swing open. 4 men, black hoodies, moving in perfect rhythm. They fan out and open fire. Psh, 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 psh. Automatic bursts, flashes of light, chaos. Lil Dave jumps off the scooter and sprints. You can hear it, that rapid gunfire cutting through the air. 17 seconds, that's all it took to erase a life. Twisted scooter in the street, front wheel spinning slow in the wind. Neighbors on the porch whispering names, theories. Some say retaliation, others say missed identity. But one thing was clear, this wasn't random. Lilcoon was only 18, barely old enough to know how fast things flip. An argument, a familiar blot, a moment that should have ended with words. Instead, it ended with a chest wound. The timeline didn't sit right. Too fast, too clean, like the trap was already set, waiting for him. What you want to be when you grow up? Damn, I want the world. Where you want to be at 33? Man, I'm trying to be in Europe, Big ass crib, wife and kids. I'm trying to be wealthy and get the far away from here, folk.
Damn. I want the world.
Like, where you want to be at age 33?
Man, out the Chicago, nigga, somewhere in Europe in a big ass crib with my wife and kids. So not worrying about. That's what I want to be. I want to be rich.
So you want to live in a whole nother country?
Man, yeah.
You want to raise your family in Europe?
Man, why not?
They not gonna be able to see the rest of their relatives.
We can come back, for it's always time. We're gonna have enough money to come back. I'm trying to be wealthy and get the phone for what this fuck. Especially first of all, I want to get my first goal now is get the away from him.
But Chicago is plagued by bloodshed. 4th of July weekend, 109 people shot, 19 killed. The youngest victim, just 8 years old. The city, it just don't stop bleeding. Bryson Orr, just a kid, gone with 2 of his people in the crib over in Grand Crossing. July 4th morning, the whole city should have been celebrating, but instead it's more blood. 2 other little brothers, ages 5 and 7, hurting, bleeding. The streets talking, saying Lil Scoom was tight with bloodhound Lil Jeff, who just got caught and killed last month, same exact location. Over 100 people shot, 19 lives erased in one weekend. Children and Lil Scoom himself, gone. The mayor and the blue suits, they on the screen asking for help, saying the hood needs to step up. More than 100 people shot on Chicago streets.
Mayor Brandon Johnson and Chicago police calling for the community to step up and help after an extraordinarily violent weekend. More than 100 people shot on Chicago streets.
Down in South Austin, families are devastated. Melvin Hill found in his own apartment, no post, no movement, just a wound to the head on the 200 block of North Central.
Gunshot victim Melvin Hill found shot to death late last night here in his South Austin apartment.
19 families woke up this morning with a hole in their heart. No son, no daughter, no father. The superintendent saying the same thing.
This morning without a son, without a daughter, without a mother, without a father.
Mayor Brandon Johnson at the Public Safety Building with Police Superintendent Larry Snelling and others. He says it's going to take everyone to slow the violence, with a staggering 109 shootings overall this violent holiday weekend.
I'm urging all of you across the entire city to step up to say that we've had enough. To step up to stop this vicious cycle of violence.
We need to take these people off the street, and we need to keep them off the street so that they don't reoffend.
We got to take these people off the street and keep them off so they don't do it again. They're repeating the plea for Bryson Orr, the youngest victim, shot down in Grand Crossing with his mother and his cousin. We can't bring those kids back. Somebody always knows something about somebody. Say something, because it's a matter of life and death. 18-year-old Ashrian Hogan, they call him Lil Scoom, the drill rapper, identified as the one shot and killed late Sunday night, July 7, 2024. Another name for the streets to remember. Another life turned into a shadow in the Chicago heat.
I told you I have no key. I take it on the camera. I don't have no key. Like, is you slow?
I'm like, I'm good ass, but it's easy to power trap.
Yeah.
You go, boom.
Why y'all ain't just come to that?
Is the back door open?
No.
What you mean, why we ain't come to the back?
Around 11:50, Chicago police caught 2 separate cars, one at 89th and Langley, the other at 87th and Calumet. When they hit the scene on 89th, they found Lil Scoom on the ground, 2 shots to the chest. He was rushed to the university, but he was already gone. Check it. Imagine the scene. Yellow tape everywhere, rollers extending the perimeter. 1 round on the sidewalk, 79th Street. They found a male, afro, medium brown complexion, 2 to the chest, 1 to the arm. He was laying right by the whip. He had that boondock tattoo, Riley with a halo and scripture on his arm.
Go with it.
Male 1 with an afro, medium brown complexion. He received 2 GSWs to the chest and 1 GSW to the arm. This is the one who was found by the car. He also has a boondocks tattoo with Riley with a halo and a scripture on his left arm.
12 spotted a suspect, chased him on foot, but the suspect started busting back at the officers. A 10-1 emergency. The whole district came out, swatting all, but he slipped away into the night. At the same time, a 16-year-old boy was found in an Uber, shot through both thighs. On the ring cam, you can hear Lil Scoom asking his girl, "You got the key?"
Where's your keys? I told you I have no key. I take it on camera. I don't have no key. Where's your keys? I told you I have no key. I take it on camera. I don't have no key.
She kept saying, "I told you I have no key." He knew. He knew something was up right then. You can see her on the cam, pacing around him, nervous, playing with the light on her phone. It's ironic, cause Scoom asked her if the back door was open. She said no, but in reality, the back door was opened on him by her. Kamari Belmont stepped out of Cook County Jail, finally free. But freedom in the Chi is fragile. For Babo, it lasted minutes. He just beat a murder charge, a second chance at life, but the streets wasn't celebrating, they was watching. He slid into a whip, headed into the cold March night, didn't even know he was being hunted. To some, he was just a name. To others, he was a hitter, earned his rep in blood, and reps like that, they don't fade, they wait. A white SUV appeared, syncing his movement with theirs, like it already knew. Old conflicts don't die in Chicago, they circle back, and this one had perfect timing. How do the law miss a deadline just to let a man walk out into a trap?
Attorney, how did prosecutors miss a deadline to bring a defendant to trial?
Murder charges had to be dropped, and the 23-year-old man was released from county jail, only to be shot to death moments later. Here's CBS 2's Jim Williams.
As Kamari Belmont sat in Cook County Jail charged with murder, the clock started running.
We want accused people, we want victims, witnesses, everybody. We want them to have a speedy trial.
Prosecutors had 120 days to bring Belmont to trial under the state speedy trial statute. They didn't get it done and had to drop the murder charge.
Murder charges had to be dropped, and a 23-year-old man walked out of county jail, only to be cooked seconds later. As Kamari Belmont sat in that cell, the clock was running. The state had 120 days to bring him to trial, and they fumbled. Case dismissed. His lawyer said in all his years handling hundreds of murders, he never saw nothing like it. Legal experts say back in the day, whoever missed that count would have been fired on the spot. The new leadership blamed the old leadership, just passing the buck while working on training. But while they was talking, the streets was acting. Minutes after Belmont posted bond and stepped out into that cold Monday night, someone in a white SUV was waiting. He didn't even make it to the hospital.
Someone in this SUV fired shots at the 23-year-old. He didn't make it to the hospital.
What was your reaction when you found out he had been shot to death?
I was absolutely stunned and felt very bad for his family.
His lawyer was stunned, felt bad for the family. But when the office was asked if they take responsibility, they had no comment. At 11:43 p.m., the silence broke. The SUV pulled up sideways to Babo's whip. Windows dropped, muzzles flashed. It only took seconds, but it felt orchestrated, methodical. Babo was hit again and again, 19 shots tearing through the darkness. His door swung open as he stumbled into the street, collapsing on the cold pavement of South California. 12 minutes later, he was pronounced. The SUV crashed soon after. The ones inside vanished like ghosts dissolving back into the city that made them. Babo's path was set way back in 2015. Him and his guys, Terrence and Khalil, caught back-to-back robbery charges. One of the victims died, and that made it a murder. 2 years of delays, resets, and games. When Babo demanded his trial, the clock started ticking. 120 days. When the state missed that deadline, the case fell apart. To some, it was a technicality. To others, it was unfinished business. And that night, somebody decided to finish it.
On for them grade, y'all know I'm coming, y'all know I'm bumping. Nigga, fuck news, fuck Bobo. Boys.
The police suspected Young Money was behind the hit. The motive, an old rivalry, a score waiting to be settled, but no arrests, no confessions, just a crashed SUV in a night that refused to speak. Did they tell him from the jail? Did a snake tip him off? Or was the plan set before the bond paper was even printed? Babo thought he beat the system, but the streets got their own rules and their own clock.
I ain't gonna run. It up, please. Who's over there? 23's headed, but who is over there? Walk back over here. Alright. Squad, they trying to get away. Step it up. Alright, you just have a description. Alright, take your time. Shit wrong. You pulling back up. I'm telling you to stop. Stop. I didn't do anything. Put your hands behind your back. I didn't do anything. Go ahead, sir. You have the air. Black hair, black dreads. Right there, right there.
"12 chasing, cornering the units. DMG Lil Deuce was outside in the morning hours. A regular walk, no threat, until a whip slowed down. Folks still debate how they knew he'd be there. Why that block? Why that moment? Because someone always talks, sometimes without realizing the cost.
What's good, man? How you coming?
Mexico niggas know I'm back from the takeover, man. Niggas know what the fuck going on, man. Taking over the trenches. Y'all know what I'm on. Back where I left, back where I started. Rookie of the year, you know. Had a slight little fuck up. Free my rappy, man. Real nigga. Free Trey Swiss, man.
All right, man. What your plans are since you got out?
Run shit up to the scaffold.
You about to take over it or what?
Yeah. I don't type of shit. I don't type of hot shit. I'm dropping Saturday.
You got some new shit coming up? All right.
Her trying to come out, this already be out.
All right.
Keep coming on me. Yeah, y'all got them things. Y'all better bring that up. Y'all said that shit. Shake. I just told y'all what it is when they see me. I'm finna stay down here. Hand me that dude. I'm finna stay down here by this door. Tell them pick it up.
It started like any other September morning in Chicago. People rushing to work, kids headed to school, a hood just starting its day. But by 10:30 a.m., everything had changed. A young man, only 23 years old, was walking near the 800 block of East 91st Street when a whip crept up sideways. In seconds, the silence was broken. Gunfire tore through the street. The man collapsed, struck multiple times. He was rushed to the University of Chicago Medical Center, but he never made it out alive. That man was DMG Lil Deuce, and his death, it wasn't random. For years, his name was whispered in fear and respect. Loved by some, hated by many. A figure both notorious and mysterious.
Numbers gone, bro. Y'all supposed to change y'all name, make something else. What the f***
Don't
is
phone them.
600
600 is not 600 no more. Go back to the city.
What the fuck is a 600 cartel? What is a 600 cartel, though? I get your goofy ass.
Nigga, you know what, nigga? 600, nigga. What you talking about, nigga?
And bench that ass. Fuck that shit, gang.
And all y'all dead homies, nigga. Turn up about it.
To understand how Deuce died, you gotta know where he came from. DMG, short for Detroit Money Gizzy Gang. It's more than a name, it's a set born out of alliances, rivalries, and tragedy. They home is the Southwest Side, Cross Western, a mix of BDs, GDs, and Vice Lords. The Seven Deuce faction built a rep in the streets long before the internet ever heard of them. Unlike the rest of these rivals, DMG didn't showcase their every move. They wasn't posting high-speed chases or flaunting gunplay for the gram. Instead, their presence was felt in quieter, deadlier ways. Stories of them terrorizing rivals spread word of mouth. Enemies feared them, allies respected them, and everything they stood for was carried under the name of one man, Detroit. 18 years old,
killed on July 4th, 2021. In his honor, the set carried the Detro Money legacy forever.
I understand Detro is a
twin
friend.
brother.
Oh, your twin brother?
Yeah, best friend.
Okay. Somebody that passed away.
Yeah. What's up?
Is that where the DMG come from?
Yeah, that's your money game. What
Okay.
you know what's so great? We've been saying DMG like drugs, money, guns, Deuce, money gang. You could say anyway, but that's your money game. When you're at the double G though, that's your money glitzy game.
Jeremiah Dawson, better known as Lil Deuce, carried himself like he had nothing to fear. But behind that rep was a darker story. Rumors swirled around his name, claims that he had taken lives, not just rivals, but people not even in the mix. Stories said he called Mac and killed BG Pat's brother, a man with no tie to the war. Even the uncle of a girl tied to the Bando boys wasn't spared. In his own music, Deuce made chilling admissions. He claimed to have caught at least 8 people.
Man, nigga. He talking about RP man, I'm on man.
Whether it was boasting or the truth, his words left folks questioning how far he'd gone. But Lil Deuce wasn't untouchable. Years before his death, he was shot and nearly killed. The injuries were so bad it left him with a permanent limp. For months, folks said he had a fake leg. He didn't, but that limp became a visible scar to the life he lived.
You walk with a heavy limp.
Yeah. I got shot 11 times my whole life. 10 times at once and once another altercation. I ain't never got shot by no enemies or nothing though. All type of like, just altercations and shit going on. You get into a motherfucker type shit like that, you know.
Okay, that's
patience and it turns to something that it wasn't supposed to be.
Okay. But let's break that down though. You say you've been shot on 2 different occasions.
Yeah.
One time you had got shot 10 times?
Yeah, first time I got shot, one time on my shoulder. Then the second time I got shot. And the second time I got shot, then everywhere, folks. You know what's the crazy thing about it? I got shot like all the way, I ain't gonna say why I got shot up, but I got shot like all the way in the suburbs. And it was like, I remember the day, like yesterday, it was a snowstorm. We was going to the bus for a situation, it was me and Detro. We get to the bus, that shit go on. He take me all the way to the hospital on 63rd and what hospital? St. Bernard. He took me all the way to St. Bernard. In the middle of a snowstorm, I'm bleeding from 10 different areas. I'm in the car just go, for. I just remember folks steady crying, folks kept saying, the car sliding because there's snow outside, so the car sliding on the E-way. We get right there, he help and shit. I get that, and there ain't no trauma unit us, so they had to take me to UIC. So I'm bleeding from different bullet wounds for like 30, 40 minutes.
Still, Deuce remained, and every day he survived, the tension around his name grew. On Friday, September 12, 2025, that tension reached a breaking point. Just after 10:30 a.m., a whip pulled up on East 91st. Inside, someone was waiting, watching, timing. Then came the shots. Lil Deuce fell, struck repeatedly. The street echoed with chaos before the car sped away. Witnesses scrambled, but by the time help arrived, it was already too late. He was taken to the spot, but the wounds was too deep, too many. At just 23 years old, his life was gone. The shooter vanished without a trace. To this day, no one arrested. Area 2 detectives are investigating, but in the world Deuce came from, investigations rarely bring closure.
Q50 and Lil 50. Shorty was only 15, just a youngin' with alleyway dreams that got snuffed before they even started. The aftermath? Man, it left the hood with way more questions than answers. Even the suspect didn't stay on this earth long enough to say a word. And when the truth disappears that fast, it usually means the streets never wanted it to surface anyway. Yo, who you was looking up to growing up? Who was you rocking with?
Lil G, Lil Durk. I looked up to Chief Keef. I looked up to.
Okay.
Who else I looked up to? Then who else? King Vines.
And after a 15-year-old boy was shot and killed overnight in West Woodlawn.
The boy was rushed here last night to the hospital after he was wounded in that shooting, but he did not survive.
The Rollers is out here looking for a shooter and a reason after a 15-year-old soul got snatched overnight in West Woodlawn. Shorty was rushed to the spot last night, bleeding heavy, but he didn't make it. As of this morning, his name ain't even on the paper yet, and 12 is still looking for the one who let that metal fly. Check the dispatch. You can hear the radio right there. 12 was met with a whole crowd of folks when they hopped out on the scene last night. Shooting happened right around 8:30 in the Woodlawn hood. 12 say the youngin' was posted in an alley near 66 and Champaign when someone came through bussing. Caught him in his chest and his left leg. On the scene, investigators blocked off that alley looking for shells. At least 16 markers was down on the ground. You could see the brass and his gear just laying there in the dirt. Now as of this morning, the reason why? Still a blank screen. And you already know, Chicago police ain't got nobody in the cuffs. A real one detectives are trying to piece it together, and 12 is asking anybody with the lowdown to give him a call or drop a tip on the web without leaving a name. But in the Chi, the streets talk, but they don't never tell.
Look, check the energy in the room. You watching this interview and it's crystal clear Lil 50 and Fully Chopper under that bloodhound spell. They moving just like Lil Jeff and Q50. These are just kids, man, skipping class just to sit in front of a camera.
It's a Wednesday afternoon, man. Ain't y'all supposed to be in school or something?
Yeah.
Why y'all in the class? Y'all ditching?
I don't go to school. High school, drop out. I got
Yeah, I do a little bit. No doubt.
Yeah.
A little ditch.
So it's a ditching or did y'all drop out?
Nah, a little ditch.
Okay. So y'all still enrolled in school?
Yeah.
In high school?
Yeah.
So y'all did school to come to the interview?
Yeah.
Damn.
In reality, they looking up to guys who ain't even 5 years older than them. And that's the sad part, because Lil Jeff got caught and killed back in July, and Q50, he been leaked and shot on multiple occasions. Lil 50 was only 15. Nah, he's cold just like Jeff. DJU tells Fully Chop the word on the street is he's the baby Lil Jeff. You got eyes on you right now, lil bro. I seen you on Reddit. They say Fully Chop 2 times. They say this the baby bloodhound, the baby Lil Jeff. Then he asked Lil 50 how he got that name, because it's obvious he ran with Q50's
The
tag.
song is featuring Q50, Lil 50. That's how to pronounce the name?
Q50 Willa 50.
Say it again.
Q50 Whitler 50.
Q50 with Lil 50.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's you, right? Can you tell us how you came up with that name?
Alright, so look. Every time I got it from off Q50, nah, it was none of that. So one time we was in the Q50. Like my name Lil 50, right? We was in the Q50, so we just, Q50 with Lil 50.
Okay. Yeah, they definitely, I thought it was from Q50, you know? I didn't know, that's why I asked you to explain it.
Fully Chop come from the same hood as PGF Nook, that cross Western set. Nook went viral with Polo G, but the law caught up to him early in the year. They say these the baby Glocks, the little 147s.
Hey, they say these the little PGFs they into it with the little 147s, which is called baby Glocks.
Nah, he ain't PGF.
I know you not.
The feds stepped in on Tuesday, charging PGF Nook with 2 violent carjackings. Virgil Gibson, 22 years old. They say he caught 2 people within 30 minutes at different gas stations on the south side. First one at 59th and Morgan. Nook, armed with a switch, took a man's Malibu at gunpoint. 30 minutes later, he rolls up to 83rd and Cottage Grove in the stolen whip. He hops out and climbs into a man's 2022 Kia, forcing the driver into the passenger seat. Made the man transfer the bag to his bank account, made him strip out his clothes and tossed him out the whip. 12 caught him later, hiding in a janitor's closet in a phone store. Now he's looking at a federal grand jury, carjacking, machine gun charges, and kidnapping. The sad trend now, Soon as you do an interview, you die right after it drops. That was the hand Lil 50 got dealt. One day you on the screen, the next day you a memory. The city, it don't play fair, folk. Fading out. A 15-year-old shorty, just a youngin', caught a hot one Tuesday night over in Woodlawn. Another young soul snatched, leaving the whole south side feeling shaky and heavy-hearted. 12 say the boy was just posted in the alley, 6600 block of South Champaign, when the metal started flying, right around 8:30. Caught him in his body and his left leg. They rushed him to the spot, but he didn't make it. The law blocked off the whole alley, marking the ground where the chaos happened. 16 markers laying in the dirt next to the brass and his clothes just sitting there like he was still in them. Man, it was a whole lot of shots. It was scary because that static was right there, so close to the crib. The sound of that heat piercing through the air at 8:30, that's all folks heard. 12 rolled up to Champaign and found him laying there. It's a shame, folk. It's so cold because he was just a baby.
So scary because it was so close.
The sounds of gunfire piercing through this neighborhood around 8:30 Tuesday night. Chicago police responding to the 6600 block of South Champlain where they found the victim.
It's sad. It's so sad because he was so young, you know, and it's like this generation's not able to live because like they getting taken so fast.
We should never get used to it. Life expectancy and teens doesn't go well in the same sentence.
This generation don't even get to see the sun rise because life get took so fast. We ain't never supposed to get used to this. Life expectancy and teens and the child, they don't even go in the same sense. Word is, he was an aspiring rapper, just another young star snuffed out in the dark. The pastor on the scene said the vibe was heavy, a whole lot of trauma for the family and the whole hood. We gotta speak life into these shorties, show them it's another way out than the way of the gun. Neighbors say the gunfire starting to feel like a regular heartbeat. Parents out here shaking, scared for their own kids getting caught in the crossfire. It'd be like 2 in the morning, real late, and the air just stopped popping.
It'd be like around 2 o'clock, it'd be real late at night, and it just be so many shots, like you don't know where they're coming from. It's just so many, and you just, wondering if everybody outside is okay.
Just last month, a 56-year-old man was inside his home in the 6600 block of South St. Lawrence when someone fired shots from the sidewalk. He was with his family, including grandchildren, when his life was brutally taken.
It's very scary.
Last month, a 56-year-old OG was chilling in his own crib, 6600 block of South St. Lawrence, when someone on the sidewalk started letting it off. He was right there with his fam, his grandkids and all, when they brutally snatched his life away. It's scary out here, folk. The word is, if you know something, you gotta say something. If you can help, or even if you the one who let that metal fly and you looking for a way out, there's a hand reaching out to walk you through it. But as it is morning, the reason for the hit, still a blank screen. 12 is still looking for the ones who did it. Area 1 detectives are on the case, asking anybody with the lowdown to hit them up or drop a tip online anonymously. THF Beoo wasn't just another rapper on the screen. He moved with that THF, Trigger Happy family. He was tied in with Lil Durk and OTF too. He had deep history, blood ties with both. So when his name popped up that night in Little Village, it didn't even sound right. No static on the net, no loud build-up, just silence, then shots. Folks started asking that same old Chicago question. Who knew he was there? Because in this city, someone always knows.
Gang, 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 gang. How they want it? Shut your ass up, dude. You talking about? Jaleel Great Boy. I'll punch out you, boy.
I don't see no purpose in that. Can't even sound like this.
You said some things about Beoo, that he's broke. What is your thoughts on that? Because I think you said that Beoo, wouldn't be able to, like you felt like you'd have been able to get it back, to watch his back if it was you.
I mean, hell yeah, for sure. It ain't no if, I would've. If I did some snake to it, I'm cool with, or that my people in business with or doing business with or anything, you know what I'm saying? I'ma let no, you wrong, you bogus, don't do that. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? I get into it with it over there, like, so even doing some shit like that on my name, on my watch, like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, no, you don't do shit like that to people, you feel me? And he could have stopped it. He could have went and got it back. Or maybe he couldn't, who knows? You feel what I'm saying? But I was cool with folks, you feel me? We used to be talking, we used to be cool, you get what I'm saying? So I was expecting him to make that shit right so it won't be no extra shit behind it, you know what I'm saying? And he couldn't.
October 25th, 2025, Lil Village, a place where the culture is vibrant, the families stay tight, but the undercurrent is pure, unshakable violence. That Saturday afternoon started off like any other day on the west side, but it ended in chaos, blood, and disbelief. A heavyweight name in the drill scene got gunned down.
Name tied to loyalty and real danger, THF Beoo.
3 men in the hospital after a shooting near 31st in St. Louis. 12 say they was just posted in a parking lot when a whip rolled up and somebody inside started letting that iron spit. 1 man critical, the other 2 looking to survive, but as of now, no one in the cuffs. Witnesses say the air was still, just the hum of the traffic. Then, without no warning, the streets exploded. No words, no warnings, just lead tearing through the calm. 3 men hit, one arm, 35-year-old Devonch Kier.
The world knew him as THF Beoo.
Inherit a lot of niggas. It'd be dick sucking niggas that just want to fuck with who they want to fuck with and just inherit niggas beefs. You know what I'm saying? My block don't be with all that shit, bro. That's why we be out the way for real. But niggas know what's up though. Like, these niggas can fly out on these cameras, do whatever they want to do, man. Like, niggas know what's up.
Beoo was rushed to Mount Sinai.
The doctors fought, but the hose was too deep. Within hours, the news hit the net like wildfire. Multiple rounds caught him in the torso and his body. The shooter didn't linger. That whip vanished into the Chicago grid like smoke in the wind. 12 rolled up in minutes, sirens slicing the air. The ground was littered with brass, rifle rounds, handgun rounds, dozens of them. This wasn't no random drill. Whoever came that day, they came prepared. A figure who survived the wars, the rumors, and the rivalries, only to get snatched in a flash of gunfire on a quiet Saturday. Man, look, Stuart Little was running around this man, trying to be Mickey Mouse and put a fork in something. Bro, that case I was fighting back in 08 or 09, I ain't even getting knocked for a murder till 2014. You do the math. 5 years later, somebody lied on me, folks, simply as that. By nightfall, detectives had the block cordoned off, marking every shell, every blood stain, every piece of glass. Dozens of folks heard the shots, but nobody saw the shooter. An unknown whip, that's all 12 can confirm. No suspects, no arrests, no motive. Was it a setup, a personal beef, or something way more calculated? A message? He moved with THF and was tight with Dirk and OTF. Ties like that come with respect and a whole lot of enemies. One thing about my block, bro, they do them. They don't be looking for that static. It be these folks that just want to be down, inheriting beefs that ain't even theirs. My block don't be with all that. We stay out the way for real, but they know what's up. These cameras, they can do whatever, but the streets know. They say it happened on the west side, and if you know the Chi, you know the west side ain't safe ground for THF. That's where THF TP lost his life. It's a part of the city where the lines get blurred. Alliances one day, enemies the next. Then it got weird. When the blogs hit, folks started posting a different name. If you know, you know. That name was tied to THF TP and the revenge hits that followed. Was it all connected or just another round in a cycle nobody can escape? Different crews, different years, but the same quiet pattern. Not enemies kicking down doors, but trust being used as a weapon. In Chicago, the scariest setups don't feel dangerous at all. They feel familiar. And by the time you realize you've been backdoored, is already too late. There it is, folk. Another day, another name, another story carved into the pavement of the shot. You already know how we coming. You locked in with Hood Edition, and you don't want to be the one lacking. Stay dangerous, stay alive, and keep your eyes on the back door. We out.